Hey everybody, it's Lena back again to chat with you today about our Lifelong Vitality Pack. I'm so excited. If you didn't join us yesterday, go ahead and go back and watch that. We talked all about how important it is to eat in season and when our produce is best at certain times of the year. We also talked about how the foods that we eat out of season are sometimes picked prematurely. Hey, welcome. And they end up ripening on a shipment container. Sometimes they're stuck in those containers for up to 6 months. And so when they don't ripen in the soil, they end up lacking all those nutrients. Hi, everybody. Hey, Jordan. So why that's important is now transitioning into today. Today we're going to talk about the xEO Omega because this is also something that's lacking from our diet. The xEO Omega from doTERRA is both marine and land fatty acids as well as fat-soluble vitamin D. So we'll talk about why that's super important. There's also a vegan option. Whoop, the camera's flipped, so let's see if I can... There we go. The vegan option is great as well, and the children's IQ Mega is awesome. Okay, so first things first, why do we even need omega-3s and DHA fatty acids in our diet? Why is that essential? Our bodies are basically like machines, and a well-oiled machine needs oil. It needs that to function. It needs it for motion. It needs it for flexibility, for joint movement, for brain health. Think of all the tissues in your body. All those tissues really need some lubrication to get things moving, to have energy flow through it. Our immune system, hi Chris, welcome. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Our immune system, our brains, all of our internal organs, our heart, our lungs, our liver, all these big organs that help us to function and live need to have omega-3s to work properly. We all know that omega-3s and DHA fatty acids are good for our brain. We hear that from the doctor all the time. But are you aware that every system in your body needs it to function? So this is why it's so crucial, and this is why it's so, so important. Okay, so omega-3s are polyunsaturated fats. They're something that we cannot get from within our body. Our body doesn't naturally make these fatty acids, but because it's required throughout the body, right? Think about it. If you're using your body every single day and you are, whether you're physically active or not, your body's going to start to slow down if you're not consuming things with omega-3s. What we do consume on a regular basis is omega-6s. In a standard American diet, there are plenty of those. The body needs a balance between omega-6s and omega-3s. Omega-3s being the greatest and most potent of all the polyunsaturated fats, it will help to counteract the inflammation that some of those omega-6s that we consume can cause. But one thing that people don't realize is that omega-9s are also in our diet. Things like fried foods. Oh, my computer just froze again. You still there? Fried foods, fatty foods, all these things in our diet that have grease in them that are not from a plant-based or plant source, or if you're not consuming fish every single day, which is unrealistic, then you are lacking in those omega-3s. And so getting them from an outside source is absolutely crucial. It is something that has to be done. If you don't take any of the other supplements and you're just taking the omega-3s, I mean, that is a necessary thing for brain function. We all want to have cognitive development and cognitive function throughout our entire lives. We don't want to lose our memory. We don't want to have brain fogginess. So including an omega-3 in your diet is going to help to increase brain function, allow us to have more creative thought, allow us to have more mood regulation, which is so crucially important, especially as we go into the winter months and maybe you're lacking some of that sunlight and you have that onset winter depression. Vitamin D can help tremendously with that, and vitamin D needs to be in something that is fat soluble. That's why doTERRA has so smartly and ingeniously included it in this xEO Omega so that we can have it assimilate with our body and actually work. Okay, so a couple more things. I have this this developmental delay doctor that we went to for the first 2 years that we were helping our twins. And if you're not aware, I have 4 boys, 2 of them are twins, and they were born 12 weeks premature. They had just some bilateral brain bleeds and developmental delays early on that we could tell because of those brain bleeds at birth. And so when we sought out help from this awesome doctor, we brought in all of our supplements, and he looked at the IQ Mega and he was so impressed with it. He loved the dosage. He felt like the dosage was really good for our typically developing children, but he was really adamant that we give them a double dose for the twins. And so we've seen a lot of progression as far as cognitive function, dexterity, proprioceptic, like everything that they have been going to therapy for the last 5.5, almost 6 years. Has been improved because we've heightened their healing process by inviting these omega-3s and DHA fatty acids into their diet. So as I mentioned, it has not just marine fatty acids, but also land. So things like grapeseed, flaxseed, pomegranate oil, things in there that are really awesome plant-based land fatty acids and DHAs that help the body to counteract that inflammation and any triggers that those omega-9s or omega-6s in excess are setting off. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that you see the importance of why we want to include omega-3s into our diet. If there are any questions, if you guys want to throw them into the comments, I'd be happy to answer them for you. I've had a ton of questions lately about if it's even necessary to take omega-3s and fish oil, because so many people have indigestion or even gas after they take a fish oil pill from like GNC, Target, or Costco. And I know I always bring up those stores, but in my previous life, that is where I would purchase my supplements from, especially Costco, because the supplements are so cheap. And so I thought, well, these will be great because I can get a ton of them in a big bottle and they don't cost very much money. But the hard thing with that is that it did cause a lot of like digestive issues for me. And the great thing about doTERRA is they're super smart. They know that they have created a fish oil. And so if we don't consume a fish oil with something that is tummy taming, you could possibly have a flare-up digestively. So doTERRA has also included essential oils in here that will help to tummy tame and just keep everything in check so that you have really easy digestion with it. I can promise you, I have been taking these for years and I have never once had that like fishy aftertaste or fishy burps or anything gross like that, like I used to have in my previous life taking omega-3s. So that's just a good side benefit to taking these ones from doTERRA. So what questions do you have? Throw them into the comments. If you haven't noticed, okay, the more you interact, the more you engage with these lives and with Jenna's posts throughout the week, we are giving away these awesome prizes. And so go ahead and head back to the original posts on whether you purchase the Lifelong Vitality Pack for this month, and it doesn't have to be for your first time. If you've been taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, go ahead and jump in and join us to win these prizes, because this is awesome. We're just rewarding people who are trying these amazing supplements and looking at bettering their life and up-leveling their health. That's what's so important to us, and our mission here in this group is to always keep you feeling like we're supporting you within your efforts to bettering your health and bettering your family's health. And so even just thinking about like stress management, today when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that I take my time away, my mom time, which is, I told you it's spring break yesterday, right? So I went into the bathroom, I had my morning meditation. It was just 3 or 5 minutes long, super simple, but taking that time for myself was just really great because I could center myself in my day, ground myself in what I want the day to look like, and kind of set my intention for how things need to go. We're packing, we're getting ready to go camping. And so to me, it's really important to include these supplements in my self-care regimen. It's part of my stress management. It's part of my self-care routine every single day. And I love that it sustains me throughout the day as well. So I'm not just taking that act of service by putting the supplements in my mouth, but that they're like actually working in my body and doing what they're supposed to do so that I can be a lot more effective in the things that I have to do in my, daily motherly duties. Thanks for that, Heart. That was awesome. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. We are going to be giving away, let me check what today's giveaway is because I don't want to get it wrong. Today's Tuesday. We are giving away a bottle of Balance. So A 15 milliliter size bottle of balance would be the perfect thing to couple with your meditation practice because it's a grounding blend of essential oils. There are some conifers in there, some tree resins. If you think about how trees grow, they're very deeply rooted into the ground. That's exactly what smelling that essential oil does to your body. It has a very strong anti-anxious effect for me and just brings me back down to earth. I feel like it almost has a way of taking those thoughts that are making me feel a loss of control and bringing me back to a place where I know I am able to control the things that I can in my life and not getting overwhelmed by the things I can't. So I love you all. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'm so excited to see who wins the giveaways today. So in this post, take a picture or post a picture of you taking your omega-3s. Yay. Happy Tuesday. Bye, guys.